We have already linked the Google Assistant app with the Dialogflow action in the first step. Let's add details about our app, which will tell the user more about our application and the activities it performs. We start by giving the app a name. I'll call it as Casa Controller. Add the pronunciation for the name so that it helps Google understand how to pronounce the word, allowing its invocation when any user calls out our app's name. Next, we add a small intro of the app and choose a voice for the app from the list. You can use this app to control appliances. Let's choose the first voice. Then let's quickly add a short and a full description of the application. Next, we add invocations which will help Google Assistant to trigger our app. You can add up to 5 invocations, so let's add few. Say we now give the app a banner image and a logo. Under the contact details section, add the developer name and the email address. For privacy and consent, you can add some dummy links for now. Under category, select home control. Under the location targeting section, we are targeting around 213 countries, which is not important for now. Let's click on yes. Under surface capabilities, does your assistant app require audio output? Yes or no, depending upon which device you are going to use. Maybe if you are using it on the Google Assistant running on your device, yes, we do require an audio output there. Does your assistant app require a screen output? No. With this, we have completed the setup of the app in the actions on Google console. Now the next step is to set up our Dialogflow agent. Now before we begin setting up our Dialogflow agent, let me give you a brief introduction about the different components of Dialogflow. Now there are three major components that we have to take care of. First one being the intents, second being entities, and the third being the fulfillment. Now entities basically define the various activities that our Google Assistant app is going to perform. Say for example, our assistant application is going to help us control lights and different appliances. So that is one of the activities that it's going to perform. So the other activity, the first time the user is coming and talking to your application, that is where it is going to welcome the user. That is another activity that it is going to perform. So maybe if the user says help me, it's going to tell the user what all different activities it does. So that is another activity or action it is going to perform, that is helping the user. So these are the different things that are divided into different intents. Entities are the extracted and the relevant information from the user request, which helps us perform different actions. So for example, if the user says please switch off my light, out of this the relevant information for us is the device that we are going to control, and the second thing, whether we are going to switch it on or off. These words are extracted by the Dialogflow agent, and this information is then sent over to maybe our servers or Firebase in our case, where we are going to make sense out of that particular data. So what I have already done is I have set up the whole demo and exported it, which now we are going to restore. Restoring the zip, we have the intents already set up. Let's if you open the control appliances intent, we have certain examples provided here by us, which helps the Dialogflow agent to train itself, and if user says something similar to these examples, it will help Dialogflow understand what the user is trying to say, and the control appliances intent will be invoked. If you see, there are a few words that are highlighted over here. Now these are the entities that we were talking about. Now in this statement over here, switch my lights on, we have two parameters, devices and status. Now devices here stands for light and the status stands for on. Now these are called as, let me just save it. Now these are called as entities. We have grouped the different synonyms for the entities, and which stand for the device, which stands for the different appliances under devices. Say maybe for example, someone might say fans or lights. So that is the reason we give different ways of saying a particular entity. We have status. So for on, someone might say bright, or for off, someone might say dim. So now we have the Dialogflow agent set up completely with different intents and entities. The third part, that is the fulfillment. Fulfillment will be taken care in the next video, where we'll be sending the extracted information from the Dialogflow agent to our servers. We are making use of Firebase Cloud Functions over here as our webhooks. Now what are webhooks, what are Firebase Cloud Functions, and how can we set up a webhook so that we can send the information, that is the extracted information from the user's request to the Firebase real-time database. We'll be covering this part in the next video. See you.